3 branches of government, 3 estates of the realm, 3 persons of the Trinity, 3 phases of every initiation ritual, 3 acts in every dramatic structure, 3 strikes and you're out. The number 3 appears in the organizational architecture of virtually every major human institution, with a frequency that cannot be explained by coincidence or aesthetic tradition. Governments are organized into 3 branches. Legal systems are organized into 3 court levels. Religious traditions are organized around tripartite divine structures. Economic systems describe 3 sectors. Military command is organized around 3 levels of strategic decision. The academic knowledge system is organized into 3 types of claim. This convergence is not cultural, it is cognitive. The number 3 represents the minimal structure for a stable self-regulating system, the minimum number of elements required to produce dynamic equilibrium rather than binary oscillation. And every major institution that has needed to maintain itself across time has converged on the 3-element structure because 3 is the minimum number of institutional components that can self-regulate without requiring continuous external intervention. In 1994, systems theorist Fritjof Capra published The Web of Life, a comprehensive analysis of the structural principles common to self-organizing systems across biological, cognitive, and social domains. Capra's central finding, the triadic structure, 3 elements in dynamic tension, is the minimum organizational unit capable of producing the self-regulation that distinguishes living systems from mechanical ones. The number 3 is not a cultural preference, it is the structural solution to the problem of institutional self-maintenance. By the end of this video, you will know exactly why 3 is the dominant institutional architecture number, how this self-regulatory function operates in specific institutional contexts, and why the specific triadic structures you inhabit were designed with a precision you have never been invited to examine. 3 is not mystical. 3 is the minimum viable structure for a system that governs itself. The cognitive basis for 3's institutional dominance has been documented across multiple research traditions, and the convergence of findings from cognitive science, systems theory, and organizational behavior reveals that the triadic structure's prevalence is a feature of human cognitive architecture rather than a cultural convention. Cognitive psychologist George Miller documented in his foundational 1956 paper, The Magical Number 7 plus or minus 2, that human working memory has a specific capacity constraint, the ability to hold approximately 7 chunks of information in active processing at any given moment. But Miller's analysis also documented a more fundamental constraint. The minimum cognitive unit for dynamic pattern recognition is 3 elements. 2 elements produce a binary relationship, simple opposition. 3 elements produce a dynamic pattern, the minimum configuration that allows the cognitive system to perceive change, movement, and resolution. The institutional consequence: any governance structure that needs to be understood as dynamic rather than static by the populations it governs will tend toward the triadic minimum. 2-element governance structures, binary authority systems, are cognitively experienced as oppositional and unstable. 3-element governance structures are cognitively experienced as dynamic and self-regulating. The most extensively documented institutional application of the triadic structure is the separation of powers doctrine, the organizational principle that legislative, executive, and judicial authority should be exercised by distinct institutional actors rather than concentrated in a single authority. Political theorist Montesquieu documented the separation of powers as a political technology in his 1748, The Spirit of the Laws, not as an ethical principle, but as a systemic design for producing governance stability. Montesquieu's analysis: a 2-power system produces binary oscillation. The 2 powers are either in equilibrium or in conflict, with no third element to mediate. A 3-power system produces dynamic equilibrium. Each of the 3 powers can form temporary coalitions with either of the other 2 against the third, producing the shifting balance that prevents any single power from achieving permanent dominance. The American constitutional system's implementation of the separation of powers is the most extensively analyzed triadic governance system in the contemporary political science literature. Constitutional scholar Bruce Ackerman documented in his 2000 We the People that the 3-branch structure was not derived from a philosophical principle of liberty. It was derived from a specific analysis of institutional stability, the observation that 3-element governance systems are more resistant to capture and more capable of self-correction than 2-element or single-element systems. The 3 branches are not about ideology, they are about system stability. The religious triadic structure, most extensively documented in the Christian Trinity, but present in the theological architecture of virtually every major world religion, provides the oldest institutional implementation of the triadic self-regulation principle, and reveals the specific cognitive and social functions the triadic structure performs in institutional contexts. Theologian Catherine Laconia documented in her 1991 God for Us, The Trinity and Christian Life, that the development of Trinitarian theology in the 4th century was not primarily a metaphysical exercise, it was an institutional design exercise. The Trinitarian formula, one God in three persons, solved specific organizational problems in the early Church's authority structure that binary and unitary divine formulations could not solve. A unitary God, a single divine person, produces a direct authority structure that is vulnerable to the same capture problems as any single element governance system. A binary God, two divine persons in relationship, produces the same binary oscillation problem as a two-branch government. A Trinitarian God, three persons in dynamic relationship, produces the theological equivalent of dynamic governance equilibrium, a divine authority structure that is simultaneously unified and differentiated, capable of representing the full range of governance functions that the institutional church required. The Trinity is not primarily a metaphysical claim. It is an organizational architecture that solves the same stability problem that Montesquieu's separation of powers solves in a theological institutional context. Here is where the triadic structure analysis produces a precise diagnostic for evaluating institutional design. The triadic structure's presence or absence in any institutional architecture is a reliable indicator of that institution's capacity for self-regulation, and the specific way in which the triadic structure is implemented reveals the specific stability mechanism the institution is relying on. 3 is always doing structural work. Here is what to look for. The stable triadic structure requires 3 specific relational properties among its elements. Each element must be capable of forming a coalition with either of the other two. Each element must have a distinct functional role that the other two cannot perform, and each element must have the authority to constrain the others from exceeding their defined functional scope. When these 3 relational properties are present, the triadic structure produces self-regulation. The system can correct any element's deviation from its functional scope through coalition formation without requiring external intervention. When these properties are absent, when one element of the triad has captured the coalition-forming capacity of another, or when the functional roles have merged, or when the authority to constrain has been eliminated, the triadic structure loses its self-regulatory capacity and degenerates into a disguised single-element or two-element system. The American separation of powers is currently exhibiting documented degeneration in all 3 relational properties: executive branch expansion of legislative function through executive orders, judicial expansion of legislative function through broad interpretive doctrine, and the elimination of effective interbranch constraint through partisan alignment. The triadic structure is formally present. The self-regulatory function is structurally impaired. The pattern does not stop there. The most consequential contemporary institutional triadic structure is the AI governance triad that is emerging in the regulatory discussions of 2024-2025. AI developers, AI deployers, and AI regulators as the 3 institutional actors whose dynamic equilibrium is supposed to produce the self-regulation of AI development and deployment. The analysis of whether this emerging triad has the 3 relational properties required for actual self-regulation, or whether it is a formal triadic structure concealing effective single-element governance by the developers, is the most important institutional design question of the contemporary technological moment. If this investigation is worth continuing, signal it. The algorithm reads that as a vote for independent analysis. Here is the applicable lens. The triadic structure analysis provides a specific diagnostic for evaluating the self-regulatory capacity of any institutional system, and the diagnostic can be applied to any governance structure you inhabit. The 3-question diagnostic. First, can each element of the triad form a coalition with either of the other two? Second, does each element have a distinct functional role that the other two cannot perform? Third, does each element have the effective authority to constrain the others from exceeding their functional scope? If all 3 properties are present, the triadic structure is performing its self-regulatory function. If any property is absent, the triadic structure is formal but non-functional, a governance architecture that appears stable but lacks the self-correction mechanism that prevents capture by a dominant element. The next investigation examines exactly how three specific contemporary American triadic structures, the federal separation of powers, the corporate board management shareholder governance triad, and the emerging AI governance triad, perform on the three-property diagnostic and what the analysis reveals about each system's current self-regulatory capacity. Subscribe so you are there when it publishes. The question is not whether the number 3 in institutional architecture is coincidence. Capra's systems theory, Miller's cognitive research, Montesquieu's political analysis, and Lacunia's Trinitarian theology all confirm that it is not. The question is whether the specific triadic structures that govern your life have the three relational properties that make the triadic architecture self-regulating, or whether 3 is just the number on the door of a system that someone else controls. This investigation was produced with AI-assisted research tools and human editorial oversight. All claims are grounded in documented historical and institutional sources. Transparency is part of the methodology.